Dear friends, welcome back with another machine on the One Hub. The machine I'm going to do together with you would be Matrix 2. This is the second machine in this Matrix series. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine if you want to. In this video, we will deal with the file inclusion vulnerability. However, this vulnerability is not so easily exploited. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can head over to Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. So as you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 219. So what shall we do next? We need to do the port and self-scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So for now, we just get out its result. As you can see over here, I used the options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open port numbers in total. Let's take a look at them one by one. The first one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information injects. And the next one is 1337, which is running HTTPS. However, we are required, or we need to be authorized to access this application. And also the next one, the 12320, which is also running HTTP service. And this is the shell in box. So maybe provides some sort of the web shell. Okay? And the next one is 12321, which is also running HTTPS. And the last one is 12322, which is also running HTTP service or HTTPS, and the version is Nginx. And here, this application or this site has robots file available, which contains one disallowed entry. Afterwards, we need to check it out manually by the browser. So I think it's very clear. We should do the immersion with all these web applications one by one. So we must be very patient. And let's take a look at the first one, 80. Let's fire up the browser to do the manual immersion first. Press enter, and we got this page back. So you have to let it all go, blah, blah, blah. Red appeal, nothing here. Now we also can check its source code. Nothing interesting here. Next, we can check whether this site has robots file or not. Not found. Next, we can launch the Lighttool. To do the automatic immersion. And we can note down some key information during the process of penetration. So the port 80. Nothing. We got nothing from Lighttool. Next, we can launch GoBuster to do the directory immersion. Share with the list. GoBuster, directory, extension option. Press enter. Although GoBuster discovered the directories like CSS, Cascade, Stylesheet, file, JavaScript, in most cases, such directories are containers for the static files like JavaScript code and also the CSS file. Normally, we cannot get anything important from such directories or files within such directories. Okay, to save time of this video, I do not want to wait anymore. So the port 2080, we found nothing from this application. Okay, and let's take a look at the next port number. So what's the port number? (1337). Okay, so we can access this 7. So we got the bad request. The plain HTTP request was sent to HTTPS port. So I think we need to use HTTPS as protocol, and we can accept the risk. And however, just I mentioned at the beginning, we are required to sign in to access this site. Okay, and we can try to use admin as username and admin as password to sign in, but failed. And also we can try to use admin as username and password as password sign in, but failed. So I think this port number is HTTP basic authentication required. Okay, let's move on to the next port number. We can copy from the terminal. Let's access this port number by the browser and accept. So here, this is some sort of the web shell. We can try to use admin as username and admin as password. This doesn't work. Login incorrect. So I think for this port number, we cannot do anything at this moment. So this is some sort of the web shell. Okay. And authentication required. So let's proceed to the next port number. We can copy. Press enter. So this secure collection failed. So I think we are having problem to connect to this port number. Anyway, we just leave it aside for a while. So this one, access problem. Let's move on to the next port number. Accept the risk. So this is your last chance. After this, blah, 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 nothing here. And we can check its source code. We cannot get anything back from the source code. Next, we can access robots file. You know, from the map scanning, we know that this application has robots file available. And here, there is one entry. The name is file view. I think the file name itself can tell us this must have something to do with the file inclusion. We can copy and access this file. And nothing returned. if you check its source code, we can get some error message. This is the verbose error message. Error file parameter missing. It means that we need to pass or need to give the file the parameter. The parameter name is the file, and we can access like password file. File. Nothing returned, so we can put some up layer. You know, I think this must mean something to us, right? However, even we have already put the file as parameter, but nothing returned. So how about to change the method? At this moment, the request is submitted by the get method. So how about to change to post method? So of course we can use Bob Suite. Alternatively, we can use the command line. Okay, so let's put up the terminal and use the Q, and we can copy and put it over here, and we need to put the data to submit, to be submit. And also we need to specify the method and the K, but nothing returned. The Q, help all. So I think we can use the -D to specify the data, and this data can be submitted to the target, right? And also the normal K option, because we do not want to negotiation with the HTTPS site. So this one. So this. The file, maybe we need to put more. As you can see, this time we successfully retrieved the password file, and from this file we can, get 2 users, and this one is the username. We can copy, and another username is test user. However, this user no bash, so maybe we do not need to take into consideration, right? We can copy. So far, we have already identified the file inclusion vulnerability, or to be more specific, the local file inclusion vulnerability. The question now will be coming up is how to exploit this vulnerability for our purpose. And normally, we can do something like this. We can check whether we can access the private key, right? And 3 private key, but nothing returned. So next we can check whether we can access the authentication log. So var, nothing returned. So how about because as we know, the web application is running over Nginx. So next we can check whether we can access the Nginx log file. Access. So nothing returned. So how about we can retrieve the bash history for this user? The bash history. Nothing returned. Very interesting, right? So how to do? during the manual enumeration stage, we knew that the web application which is running on the which port number. Yeah, on this port number 1337 has HTTP basic authentication. Maybe we need to check whether we can retrieve the configuration file for the injects, right? So let's do it now. So maybe you don't know where is location for the injects configuration file. You can use Google to make some research. The injects, the configuration file location, and around here. So maybe in this one. So we can check whether we can access or retrieve this configuration file for the injects. Paste in here. We need to remove the space at its end. As you can see, we successfully retrieved the configuration file for the injects. Even we can get the, the authentication, basic authentication file, its location. I think next we need to try to retrieve this file, okay? We can copy from here and paste it in here. Maybe we need to remove the space between. As you can see, we got the, I think this should be the basic authentication credential for the application, web application. Although this password is encrypted, it's all right. We can use the John Reaper to crack it. John Reaper, because I've already done that before. So we can use the show option to display the clear text password, very simple password admin. So I think we can use this credential to log in. We can put over here. And press enter. So the username and password is admin to sign in. We have already logged into this application. However, nothing special, right? So I'm trying to free your mind. So this should be the username. We have already know that, okay? Blah, 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 nothing here. And of course, we need to check its source code, and then we can find this comment. We can copy and access this file. And we need to download this picture to the Kali Linux. And then we can analyze this picture. We can use Xfce2 to display the metadata of this picture. And then we can use the stack-seek try to extract data, and we can get out this. So this should be the password for the user. N3 because by the Nmap scanning, we already know that the target doesn't have SSH service running. However, during the manual enumeration stage, we know that this port number is running some sort of the web shell. We can access the target machine by this shell. Okay, so how to do? And the username we can copy. Oh, the password should be here. So the username should be N30 and the password. Okay, we are in the target machine. Of course, now we can run commands as usual, and we can navigate the directories. But maybe it would be wiser, it would be better to spawn another shell or normal shell. Okay, so how to do? We can set up the listener on the Kali Linux, and then we can go to the website of a Pentest Monkey. We can copy any reverse command, and we need to do some modification. This should be the IP address of our Kali Linux or attacking machine. Okay, and we can copy. Make sure the listener has started, has running. Now we can go back to the browser, and then we can use bash -c and run the command. All right, I think it's working. As you can see, we successfully got the normal shell. And how about the Python? Python 2 is there. Color. And then we can clear the screen to get a bigger room if necessary. So next, we need to do some local enumeration, right? 30. And so we do not need to access the SSH directory. So we need to cut out the bash history. We found this command. So what it's about, we can copy. We don't know what it's about yet at this moment. And next, we need to continue our enumeration. For example, like the architecture and its kernel. Yeah, it's a bit old, a kernel, but I will not take the kernel exploit for this machine, okay, in this video. Next, we need to navigate some locations. Nothing here. Go to backups. Nothing here. Go to www directory. Nothing here. Go to another directory. So nothing here. We have already retrieved this file earlier. Okay. So how to do? Maybe, we can upload the NumPy shell script to the target. I've already got this script ready. So next we need to set up the web server on the Kali Linux. And then we can go back to the shell to use wget to upload. It's done, and we need to make it executable, and then we can run it. This script can do a great job for us automatically. Okay, it's done. And then we can scroll up to see whether we can find some vectors which allow us to elevate privilege to the root user. Capabilities. SUID. I think we found this one. This is the unknown SUID binary, and this binary has SUID bit, and the owner is root user. It means that the current user can run this. When the current user runs this or executes this binary, will get temporarily the ownership of the privilege of the owner. The owner is root. I think I've already explained it clearly. So also, just now, from the bash history, we found this command. Even we do not know what it's about, right, at that moment. So I think for now, we just copy this command to see what will happen. As you can see, we successfully escalate our privilege to root user. Then we can navigate to root directory to grab the final flag. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.